Agunwoke, the richest man in this community. Who could believe that I would be the richest man? One thing I promise myself is I will continue to be rich and nobody will be richer than me. Chief Odumegwu was a very wealthy man. His wealth was beyond imagination, with vast lands, luxurious cars and houses. He was admired by all in the community for his generosity. Everyone ran to him for help, and he never fails to help them. Every Christmas, he would give out bags of rice, yam tubers, and cash gifts to the villagers. He sponsored the education of many children who their parents were poor. The villagers adored him so much. Women danced and sang his praises every festival. But there was a side of Chief Odumegwu that no one knew. He was a ritualist who kidnaps people for ritual. He does all sorts of things just to be wealthy. One day, he visited the witch doctor that performed sacrifices for him. Baba, I have come to appreciate you as usual, as he brought out bundles of cash from his bag. But I long for more wealth. I want to be so rich that when I move on the road, people will feel my presence. In fact, I want to be richer than the king of this village. Tell me what to do to increase my wealth. The witch doctor looked at him and laughed. We need human hairs. Go to a barbing salon. Bring human hairs so that I can take their destiny and give to you. Chief Odumegwu then smiled and said to him, That's not a problem. I know a popular barber in my community who gets a lot of customers every day in his shop. Look at me, Odogunwoke. By the time I make these millions I want, you see Ngozi, I must marry her. I will make her my wife and take her to Obodo Ibo. Okoro was a barber who was preparing for work on a Sunday morning as he admired and praised himself while looking at a mirror. He was a poor barber who was well talented with his barbing skills. As he was in the shop that morning, waiting for customers, he was surprised to see a very beautiful car parked in front of his shop. In Okoro's head, he was already imagining the amount of money he would make from the customer, as he felt the customer would be a wealthy person. As the car door opened, Chief Odumegwu stepped down and walked into Okoro's shop. Okoro was so surprised as to what he came to his shop to do. He quickly offered him seats as he cleaned it with his clothes. Sir, Okoro stammered. To what do I own this visit? Do you want to cut your hair? I can give you the best haircut you want. Chief Odumegwu ignored him as he ordered his guards to stop other customers from coming into Okoro's shop. He then kept a huge bag containing bundles of money, opened the bag and said to Okoro, who was petrified as he has never seen such huge amounts of money before in his 35 years on earth. Okoro was already sweating on his seat when Chief Odumegwu said to him, This is 1 million naira. I am offering you this money to do something for me. Ah, 1 million naira, sir. To do what? I don't want to sell my shop. Oh. This is my only source of income. Will you shut up? Chief Odumegwu shouted. Nobody's buying your shop from you. He then reduced his voice as he said to Okoro, I want you to be bringing people's hair from your shop every day after cutting their hair. But Chief, Okoro said, what do you want to use these hairs for? It's weird that you're requesting for people's hair. I normally break them out every evening and burn them. Just close your mouth and do what you're asked to do. Are you not tired of poverty? If you are done every day cutting people's hair, sweep your shop, gather the hairs and bring them to me. I heard your poor mother is sick. I can take care of her hospital bills and if you give you more money. Anything you want, just tell me, I'll do it. All I want is just hairs. It's not like I'm requesting for human skulls. The offer was too juicy for Okoro to resist, as he has never seen such huge amounts of money before in his life. I don't care what he's using the hairs for, as far as I get money from him. I am tired of poverty. And that was how Okoro's life changed. From being a poor man to a rich man, he renovated his shop and bought new things. His neighbors were so surprised as to what is making him wealthy. Okoro went to Ngozi, the girl he has always admired. He began to spoil her with cash gifts. Ngozi, being a materialistic girl, never for once rejected the money, not minding where it was coming from. Okoro kept on taking his customers' hairs to Chief Odumegwu as he kept his promise of always giving him money. One day, Okoro's friend Buchi, who was also a barber, visited Okoro at his shop and was wowed by how beautiful his shop looked within just few months. "My friend, please tell me, what is giving you this money, because I know it's not just cutting of hairs. Because by now, I would have been so rich just like you. See how fresh you look. What's your secret?" Okoro then smiled as he told him it was just God that has remembered him. Buchi left his shop having a feeling of doubt about what Okoro told him as he muttered within himself, "I know he's lying. He just don't want to share his secret with me." This continued as Okoro kept on giving Chief Odumegwu his customers' hairs. Chief Odumegwu became even more richer. One fateful day, Okoro had took time to deliver the hairs to Chief. Chief was instructed to bring the hairs every day before 6 p.m. to the shrine, so he had to go to Okoro's shop to pick it. Meanwhile, Buchi was on his way to Okoro's shop to ask him to lend him his hair clipper as his was faulty. He saw Chief Odumegwu giving Okoro a bag of money and Okoro packing hairs in a bag and then handed it over to Chief Odumegwu. Buchi immediately began to scream and calling people to come. People began to gather in front of Okoro's shop, asking Buchi what the problem was. As Okoro and Chief Odumegwu came out from the shop, Chief Odumegwu was about to enter his car and leave when Buchi held his dress and was screaming, "He's a ritualist! He's a ritualist though!" Everyone was confused on what was going on because Chief Odumegwu was a very wealthy person everyone knows in the village. "Will you leave me alone, you fool?" Chief Odumegwu shouted, trying to remove Buchi's grip. Buchi then began to narrate to everyone what has happened between him and Chief Odumegwu. "He came to my shop few months ago, offering me millions of naira, telling me to give him my customers' hairs. When I persuaded him to tell me what he uses the hair for, he told me he wants to use it for ritual, and I refused to collaborate with him. You can all search his bag if you think I am lying. Okoro here sells hairs to him." Okoro knelt down immediately before the crowd and began to plead for mercy. Buchi then turned to Okoro and said to him, "Are you trying to tell me you don't know what this man here uses this hair for? Why didn't you even bother to ask? You're a very wicked man. Your love for money lured you into this. You have no conscience." When the crowd opened the bag Chief Odumegwu was holding, lo and behold, they saw hairs in it, and even another bag he was holding contained human skulls. And that was how Okoro and Chief Odumegwu was arrested by the police, and his properties were seized and they both went to jail. The lesson of this story is that committing evil just to make money is never an option. Road to quick success can be tempting. Let's all be contented with the little we have and not be greedy. Thanks for watching. Please remember to like, comment and subscribe. Thanks for stopping by. Bye.